and of course our whole army returning. And meanwhile, our opponents build up quite a force here. Quite a bit of stalkers, still have a few immortals, but just now getting those colossus out. He didn't really engage, so his forces never really got depleted a whole lot, as he's looking to expand again after pretty much failing over here. Still staying in their base though, not a very good position to be in if they want to defend this expansion way over here. If we had decided to run something in, or even move in our whole army, the only units able to respond would have been these Mutalisks. But it looks like they are going to move out here a little bit. Perhaps they just want to catch some units off guard. Perhaps they really do want to be in a position to defend this expansion if they need to. This expansion finally getting more saturated. And going to switch videos here really quick. The sound gets desynced a lot, so sorry about that. We'll get this game back underway still again. For some reason my computer likes to desync the sound so that the sound will not track with the game, and so I'll try to switch videos sometimes to hopefully keep that from happening. Our opponent's forces look like they're moving out here. Could do a lot of damage to this expansion. Not very saturated yet, but our forces don't really know about it. Not a whole lot to defend this yet. Spore Crawler is getting a few shots off, quite a bit of shots off on this Colossus actually. And usually I figure when they go for an expansion like this, they probably jump back out again, but not going to be the case, as they're staying on this ledge. I'll siege up my tanks here to be able to cover this ledge as well, and move my forces back down. Colossus getting a lot of shots off on this army as I stem, and notice I have the siege tanks focusing the Colossus down. Got to keep those Colossus from just going straight through the Terran Bio army. But Zealots are a big problem here, getting splash damage on my own units, and a lot of Zealots slicing through this army as a whole, and not a whole lot of Marines left to be able to defend against these Mutalisks. And our Mutalisks go down, most of my Marines go down, but these Mutalisks pretty low on health. A few Marines here running in, trying to take these out, and there they go. Most of all those forces. Some reinforcing units over here perhaps get caught by these Zerglings. Usually after engagement, we will either during an engagement or after engagement immediately send out Zerglings to expansions to be able to harass expansions before they are able to regroup some forces to be able to handle that. And most of the time it works pretty well, as you've probably seen in some of our replays, or perhaps in some future ones. Taking this watchtower here, a pretty good defensive position. In any case, always good to put siege tanks on a watchtower, and it gives us vision of enemy units either trying to defend the natural, or not natural, but defend the expansions over here. But it does not give vision if any units try to slip by here around in the low ground. More Banelings trying to damage these forces. All of those Banelings going against the Colossus and not being able to take it down. Banelings do less damage against quite a bit less damage against mechanical units. Protoss looking to get his army out from this corner. Not a good position to be in, as I say here. like I said, these expansions over here only have one entrance, and one thing I like to do sometimes is just build an expansion in one of these areas just to be able to force the opponent into this confined area to be able to deal with it. It's that way, especially if I have siege tanks, can just set up right here, and there's basically no escape for this army. Essentially this army is basically dead. Also have these pylons here out in front, which doesn't really make any sense. You know, with siege tanks, all that's really gonna hold off are Zerglings being able to get in there. And with siege tanks, there's really no point to this. If anything, cannons, but you know, cannons aren't very good either. Cannons aren't going to do anything against siege tanks. Finally getting my forces moved in here. I guess I wonder if maybe he's probably long distance mining here until this nexus got completed, unless I missed some harassment there, which I don't think I did. We kind of lost all of our mutalisks earlier. Yep, and none have been trained up yet. Also, broodlords are very good to be able to essentially siege an area. They're basically like, almost a lot like a mobile siege tank. Able to get range on units, able to pull them into an army or attack over a cliff to be able to prevent forces from being able to attack back. And it looks like he's trying to push out to engage this army. Not, like I said, not a good position to be in at all. His army's back here, he has no options. I can just send, at this point I can just send all my infantry in and not have to worry about a whole lot of losses at all, as you can tell. Very large force of bio army here. Zerg player does try to move in on the back, but doesn't. His target should probably be the tanks. If these tanks weren't here, these stalkers would have a much easier time with the Colossus back up to be able to take out this bio army. But also these Corruptors and Broodlords are still here. Corruptors doing extra damage against the Colossus. And we are finally pretty much going to clean up this army. Move in here and take out these pylons he was essentially blocking off that whole area with. Some Zerglings over here, like I was talking about during an engagement, sending Zerglings to another part of the map where there's an expansion or something that's likely unguarded. Being able to take that out. This Protoss player essentially having no income at this point. This expansion is being taken down. Main bases are out of minerals at this point. And he leaves the game as with his allies soon to follow. So that's going to be it for this game. Hope you enjoyed it and got something from it. Definitely want to watch out for getting your forces trapped like that. Not a good position to be in at all. And that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe or thumbs up or comment on what you like or anything you don't like, whatever it is. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.